Up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Monday. I'm sick. I'm just letting y'all know the bitch got sick over the little holiday weekend. I'm still sick. I'm just going to work because you got to come to work after a holiday. I am going to work. I'm going to come back home. But right now, I'm going to talk to y'all. I'm going to show my face. I'm letting them know because I have a fever and everything. I got a fever. My nose, my sinuses just all fucked up. I was trying to drain them. I didn't get out of the bed yesterday at all. Not at all. I only got out of the bed to use the bathroom. I didn't get out of the bed at all. I didn't come out of my room at all. Nothing. I'm like, so sick. And I was like wondering, I'm like, dude, single parents, when you sick, what the fuck do you do? Like, how can you take care of your kids when you're like sick and you can't get out of the bed? That's why I'm so glad that I have ingrained some level of independence in these boys, because they did everything. They was washing their clothes, everything ready for the next week. Washing their clothes, washing their loads of clothes, cleaning up the living room, just everything. Coming there, making sure I was okay. I was a mess. So I was just like, yes, I'm so glad. Some level of independence to where I don't have to tell them every single thing to do, like one foot in front of the other type. That's it. Oh, I want to talk about two things. I wanted to talk about the guy that went over to the Sentinel Island and got his ass fired up. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about Dwight Howard. So let's talk about the guy that went over there, this missionary who went over there in this island in the middle near India, but it's just really an isolated island, who has had no contact for 60,000 years. Very little contact, I should say, for 60,000 years. They don't know their own isolated tribe, and they came from Africa. Of course. And they what are you doing? They came from Africa, Massachusetts. They came from Africa, and they've been on this island living, and it used to be over several hundred of the tribe, members of the tribe. But then this white man, he went to the island and decided he was going to experiment on the people and figure out who they were, and he had a very I can't even remember the man's name. I'll put a screenshot in there. The man who went over there, he was like an explorer, and when he went over there, all of these things that had to do with their genitalia. You see, this is the thing, and this I was watching a video of these cops beating the shit. I should have got some gas. I fucked up. Beating the shit out of these black men, and in my mind, I have this idea that there is some envy that comes with white people and black people's genitalia. That is something that fuels the hate that they have. Outside of the system of racism, I believe that these men believe that these black men carry bigger than them, and so we're gonna beat their ass because I'm inferior in that sense. So anyways, this man, he goes to the island. He starts experimenting on people, doing wild things to the children. Just disgusting things, trying to figure out why their genitalia was like this. But in the interim, while he was there, these people, because they have no contact with anybody, are not immune to what we carry. Carry all of whatever it is, and they don't have immunities to these diseases or bacteria or anything, and so they started dying off. Even the man in his journal said that he really felt bad that he went to this island, fucked with these people, and now they're dying because his white ass brought over all of his fucking diseases and shit, like they fucking do, like they fucking did in this fucking country. You bring your fucking diseases, and now these people are dying off. Now it's less than 50 of these people. Sentinelese people. So this missionary, a Christian missionary, in his journals is writing things like, I'm going over to Satan's island. So you already have, first of all, they don't even know who the fuck Satan is, okay? Number one. Number two, who the fuck are you to believe that you have this grand religion that's what happened to fucking Americans, to slaves. Y'all brought this fucking religion and feeling like, oh, well, we need to bring the religion to the savages. They're savages. They don't know how to act. So we need to bring our religion to them. Well, guess what? This motherfucker got met with a slew of arrows and is dead. And now they trying to figure out how to retrieve his body. Leave his ass there. Leave his motherfucking ass there. If you wanted them to meet Jesus, you got to meet Jesus first, motherfucker. You out here. And then they said the Indian government is saying, we're not going over there. We're not messing with those people. We're not doing nothing to those people. You need to leave those people alone. The last time in 2006, 2 fishermen accidentally rolled up because their anchor came off or lifted up out of, wherever it was anchored, and drifted over to this island, and they were killed. They were killed for intruding and invading. And then they ended up buried. They said that they end up, was it that they buried? But the 2 fishermen that took this missionary over there, I think they're under arrest because they say they know better. Y'all know better. Y'all know, why would you take this man? Maybe they took him to set his ass up. You really think you're going over there to take them Christianity? Let me show you some. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Since you're here to civilize the people. Let me tell you something. The world would not be where it is today if it wasn't for colonizers invading other lands and taking them over in the guise of, I'm bringing you a religion, and just take over and colonize the whole country. They need to leave. I think his name is John something, but he called it Satan Island. And he was going to bring Jesus to them. And he got over there and was screaming out scriptures and shit. And they was like, choo, 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 choo. You want to scream out scriptures? You want to meet Jesus? We're gonna let Jesus meet you first before we meet him. Hopefully, I wonder if he got to meet Jesus yet, because his ass is dead and gone. And I have no sympathy. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't. I wish that the natives here would have done the same thing to all the motherfuckers that started to come over here thinking that they were going to civilize a group of people. I wish that was the idea, instead of trying to be friendly to these people and unknowingly, being friendly to these people, and then they just completely ostracize and just take over, and just all of these horrible things that happen in what we now call the United States of America. Honey, they said they're trying to go over there and get the man because he's dead. But the fishermen, they said they saw them burying the guy. To me, I feel like y'all should just leave him there. Leave him alone. Leave him there. Because they said the cops, the police, tried to go over there, and they said they was waiting for them. And the reason why they're so hostile, because an anthropologist said that they're typically not hostile, but after what happened to them about 100 years ago, where that man went over there and was fucking with their penises and vaginas and everything, after his diseases, and they weren't immune to him and they died off, everybody after that has been met with hostility. And now it's less than 50 people left on that island. Leave those people alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. He's lucky he's not being ate up. Lucky they're not cannibals, okay? Because we ate them. Now what? His family, hey, I don't even know, like, had my family member gone over there and got arrowed down by the indigenous people of that land because you was going over there being nosy, had no fucking business over there. That's the entitlement that these people have. They're entitled to invade lands and to go where they're not wanted, nor welcome, nor invited. And you go over here and you try to bring Christianity to these people. Honey, they brought you to Jesus before you can bring them to Jesus, goddammit. That's for damn sure. Ain't that some shit? You're gonna take your happy ass over there smiling and shit. I'm gonna take these people Jesus. They looking at you like, okay, come on over here. We could take you to Jesus. About Dwight Howard. I really want to talk about Dwight Howard's a pastor, not him. Because Dwight Howard didn't do nothing wrong. Well, he did do something wrong. I guess he put the pastor on the girl. So it happened on Twitter. Started on Twitter. Dwight Howard was going back and forth with a girl on Twitter, and had a little text conversation, sexting or whatever. Getting busy. On the DMs or whatever. And she asked him, was he into trans women? And he was like, I guess he asked her, like, why? What do you want to know for, this and that? And then it turns out that she's trans, right? So a slew of things started happening afterwards where she was being threatened and this and that. Here's the thing. Dwight Howard is a single man. It's like Madison said, it's 2018. There's no reason that anybody should be shocked and appalled that men are sleeping with trans women. There should be no shock. No one should be shocked by this. The problem is, and it is a two-edged sword that I want to talk about. It's one, outing somebody who does not necessarily want to be outed. And when I say outed, letting everybody know they sleep with trans women. That because of the society that we live in and how intolerant people are to the trans community and how violent people are and murderous people are to the trans community, you want to make sure that this person is okay. You want to make sure that that person, what I'm trying to say is, you want to make sure that because trans women are met with so much violence and end up getting killed, and they're mostly killed by black men, that you want to make sure that he's okay. Do you fuck with trans women? Okay. So now I guess he figures that somebody's going to tell his business, right? There's two things, and I'm trying to get my head around how I'm going to explain this, because I didn't take any notes or anything. I was just in the bed looking at the videos and stuff like that. And, just basically like trans women who out men who are presenting to the world that they are heterosexual, straight, and they only mess with cisgender women, meaning that they were born with the genitalia. Their identity is identified based on the genitalia that they were born with, okay? And you turn around and out him. Then comes the jokes. Then comes the memes. And there's a two-edged sword here. Trans women outing people that they're sleeping with, and then the violence that comes. There's two things are happening. All of the jokes, all of the memes, all of the things that come out are the reason why these men stay silent. It's not them, it's the response. That is what men who the response is, because we act like something's wrong with it. And as long as we act like there's something wrong with it, then the criticism and the jokes are going to ensue every single time it comes out that a man who is presenting that he's straight and heterosexual, that he does not mess with trans women, whenever it comes out, he's going to be ridiculed. And it's our fault. And when I say our fault, I'm saying the people who make jokes, I don't be making no fucking jokes, but I'm just speaking as us, as a collective. It's the people who make the jokes and who make fun of it. And then you get the people who don't agree with, like, it's none of your business. This is somebody's sexual attraction. This is who they're sexually attracted to. There should be no one shocked, appalled, flabbergasted, oh my God, I can't believe it, in disbelief. It should be none of that. Men have been sleeping with men and trans women who have not had a full transition, meaning they still have their penis. They've been sleeping with them for ages. For us to be acting like it's something, one, that something's wrong with it, two, that something should be made fun of. These are the reasons why these men are not comfortable with their sexuality or with what they're sexually attracted to, because everybody makes a fucking joke, and then here comes the violence against the trans woman. Do you understand how there's a cycle here? And trans women contribute to this shit, because you cannot run your damn mouth. Now, if he's threatening you, that's a different story. But keeping it between you, because you're a trans woman, you already know what comes with somebody saying that they sleep with trans women. You're a trans woman. You should know that. You should have enough knowledge to understand that this society is not accepting of these types of unions. So you know that. Now, if you're not being threatened, there's no reason why you should. If the person that you're with is saying, I really don't want anybody to know, either you make a decision to continue the relationship or say, no, I don't want to be a secret, so I'm not going to fuck with you. And then there's a lot of times they say, well, we can still fuck with each other. I'll pay you money. And like Madison said, the money is not for the pussy or the dick or whatever. The money is to shut your motherfucking mouth. That's what the money is for. So that she can shut up. So it's a two-edged sword. It's the people who make fun and criticize and ridicule and disapprove and whatever the hell else. And it's also the trans women who come out and say, oh, let me let y'all know, Dwight Howard likes trans women. You know the response that's going to happen as a result of that. So like I said, it's a two-edged sword. And after all, the reason why violence comes to trans women is because there's so many people who make fun of people who like trans women. There should be nobody making fun of, cracking jokes, making memes. It should be none of that. That's what he likes. That's what the fuck he likes. Like I said, like in her situation, his pastor got involved. And his pastor looks gay as hell. I'ma just fucking say it. His pastor looks gay as hell. And I said, yes, he looks gay as hell. He presents like a gay man from what I've seen and the footages that I've seen. And you're up here threatening this woman, saying that something's going to happen to her. That is the reason why everybody knows all of this stuff now. But everybody knows all of this stuff now is because, one, you asked Dwight Howard, was he into trans women? And he was like, why? Why do you want to know that? Turns out Dwight Howard likes to go to parties where it's trans women. I don't understand what the big deal is. Men have been sleeping with trans women, have been sleeping with men. I have so many gay friends that show me messages from men who present that they are heterosexual, who have wives and fucking whole ass girlfriends and families in my friend's inbox talking shit. You gonna suck my dick? You gonna let me hit? Can you arch your back? All this shit. And I'm just keeping it motherfucking real. So all of these niggas and like these women talking about I can't date no man who's bisexual, or I can't date a man who's been with trans women. He's been with one, whether he gonna tell you or not. So if you really want the truth out of somebody, you will create an environment where they feel comfortable sharing their sexual history with you. Because you can ask a man all day, do you sleep with trans women? He can say no, but I bet you he does. Your man likes it in his butt. Give it to him, or he's going to get it from somebody else. But see, this society that we live in has made it like, oh my God, you know, there's something wrong with it. But it's okay for a man to do it to a woman. Yeah, that shit is, I don't even want to get into what we think it's okay to do to women that we can't do to men. It's sex at the end of the day. For anybody to say anything, there's, like I said, there's two things happening. He is having somebody threaten her, and that's the only reason why we know about everything. Otherwise, if nobody threatened that girl, we wouldn't know about it. But he felt threatened. Why did he feel threatened? Because of what happened. She outed him, right? And look at the jokes. Dwight Howard is a single man. I don't even think, he got kids with Royce Reed, right? He's a single man. He don't owe nobody an explanation of where he sticks his dick unless he's about to fuck you. And you want to ask him, do you sleep with trans women? Do you sleep with men? You know, because if you're about to have sex with somebody, those are legitimate questions. You know. Do you do this? Do you what? What do you like? You understand what I'm saying? But the reason why he responded in this way, and see, that's where he fucked up. You should not have had your pastor threaten this girl. We wouldn't know any of this. But she had the screenshots, and then somebody on Twitter was like, he's innocent of sleeping with this girl. Or this man, misgendering her. She's sleeping with this. He's innocent. And that's the mentality. You think if a man is having sex with a trans woman, he's guilty in some way. Guilty of what? Exactly. Guilty of what? Having sex? Guilty of having sex. Ain't that some shit? The community is really responsible. The response from the community is the reason why men react violently to trans women. Is because of what's going to happen. Who's going to say something about me if they find out I'm sleeping with trans women? What are they going to say about me? So I might as well kill her. There's so many trans women who are being murdered, killed every fucking month. It's someone by the hands of a black man. And then he comes out and says, I didn't know she was trans. She surprised me. She tricked me. No, but it does turn out you guys have pictures together and you knew she was trans and this was your bitch. But it's acceptable for people to kill trans people because she tricked me. Ain't nobody tricking nobody. Let me tell you something. Trans women are met with so much violence that they ain't tricking nobody. It's their life at stake. Ain't nobody tricking nobody. Nobody. Because they know if it comes out that I deceived this person, he could possibly kill me. But they kill them anyway, and then they tell everybody, well, she tricked me, and everybody believes it. There's so many variables going on here. I'm not surprised I'm not surprised at any man sleeping with a trans woman. I'm not surprised at any man sneaking and sleeping with gay men. I'm not. I've seen it so many times. I'm telling you. In their inboxes, and I'm going to their page like, this nigga is married. Just had his goddamn 12-year anniversary. And you in my homeboy's inbox asking, do he know how to arch his back? Are you sure you can take all this dick? Right? But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised Dwight Howard. Get it how you live, nigga. That's what you like. That's what you like. It's none of my fucking business. But when you start threatening people, that is when it becomes everybody's business. That's when you fucked up. See, but when I believe that based on how everything transpired, he told his pastor as a way to say, I was talking to this girl. She asked me, did I fuck with trans women? And he probably already knew she was trans. Or I don't know. I was looking at a picture of her and I was like, I don't know. I could tell she was trans just in the way that her face, her jawline was. but you knew. You fuck with trans women. You know. Well, anyway, I feel like he was just like, okay, if she comes out and says something, then everybody is going to ridicule me. So we need to do something so that doesn't happen. That's where you fucked up. You should have continued the relationship. But see, there's a stigma. Like, these men can't even have full actualized sex lives because of how we react to it. I remember one time this guy tried to get me. He was like, Erica, you have gay friends. Do you think that anal sex is disgusting? I said, it's sex. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, I don't think it's disgusting. I think it's sex. That's what I think about it. You want me to agree with you that you believe that something is disgusting, but yet and still you want to do it to another woman. Fuck out of here. But yet, like I said, it's two ways to go about this. I feel bad for the girl because she's been threatened, and that's the only reason why we know about this. Had he not sent his pastor to threaten her, because that's who was doing all the threatening. It wasn't Dwight Howard. It was the pastor. Calling her from different numbers, telling her she need to watch her back and all this other shit. That's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up. That's all I got. No, you're not getting over, girl. Where are you going? You're not getting over here. Sorry. Bitch. Stay right behind this truck, and I'm gonna step in line with his ass. You're not getting over. She really thought she was about to get over. Cocksucking ass bitch. Anyways, that's my time. I'm gonna come with Married to Medicine later. I'm gonna leave work early and probably watch it later, and then we'll talk about it. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Go ahead, like and subscribe and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. I hope I was able to make myself clear with both situations. And just let me know what you think. You can email me at politeasfckpod@gmail.com. If you have any topic suggestions or want to hear me talk about anything. People are asking me for advice now. I'm the wrong motherfucker to give y'all advice. Y'all see the kind of advice I'll be giving to these bitches on these reality shows. Y'all want advice from me? Anyways, yeah, you could ask Erica at politeasfckpod@gmail.com. All right, y'all, take care of each other.